Buonasera a tutti e benvenuti a Imola per il Gran Premio del Mid in Italy e dell'Emilia Romagna. So, take two this time. I've not made a mistake, I think, again, so I'm really happy about that. But, you've missed the introduction of our resident Ferrari driver, who unfortunately hasn't had the time to learn more Italian. But he's here with us in Imola. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm very well, thank you, very well. And we are live, so
Yes.
all good, all
Good.
good.
Yeah, YouTube, F1, and PlayStation decided that I messed up with the first intro, so we got a second chance. So we've got KG currently on pole position with a 15.2. That's a very good banker. We will be getting some mid 14s, I'd say. Friddy. We will be talking about Friddy quite a bit tonight, and Lou as well. He's invalidated, but he's probably just about to start his first lap. That's what it is. So I'll tell you what, let's go on board with him because he is our championship leader, and he is going to go through Tamburello. So he takes quite a bit of curb here. Wow, that's a lot of curb. He probably could have used a bit more on the exit, but now he's coming up to Villeneuve. Same, you need to take a lot of... that was so close to being an invalidation. Into Tosa, you need to stay very, very close to the inside, but without touching the curb on the entry. You can take the exit curb as much as you like, but make sure you get good traction. Into Piratella, which has been changed a lot this year. Going to Acqua Minerali. Again, he's absolutely on the limit here with the white lines. His tyres are going onto the white lines every time. Variante Alta now, you've got to take so much curb here. Those big sausage curbs there, the yellow ones. And he stays on the track again. We'll be talking about that later on.
So close there.
And it's very easy to go deep here, but he manages to stay on. You can take a lot on the exit here. And it's going to be a massive time, this. Look at this, it's a 14.7. He's already got nearly 4/10 of a second on his championship rival. We were talking about that earlier on, but tonight is a championship decider. In the lead, we've got Lou with a 5-point advantage over Friddy, who's in P2, very fittingly. What we would ideally like in terms of a championship fight would be Friddy to be on pole tonight. Try and see what kind of dynamic we can have. Who do we have on our lap? We've got G-Star Snipes, but he's a higher tier reserve. Yeah. We've got Martin, who's half a second down on what KG did in the first sector. Takes a lot of curb into Piratella on the exit as well. We've not mentioned it yet, but this is one of the tracks that's been LiDAR scanned for this new game. And... visually it's not changed that much, I think, but in terms of how you drive the track and how much curb you can take everywhere, it really has changed. The curbs are flatter. You've got quite a few aggressive curbs like perpendicular sausage curbs, especially through Tamburello, that have just gone now, so you can take much more curb than just bouncing around as single track goes into P8 with his first lap time. It's a 16.4.
Not too bad, not too bad.
What about Flatty? He had a few issues this week with his wheel, struggling with downshifts, I believe it was, in certain corners. I think it was through... No, it wasn't Acqua Minerali. It was probably Acqua Minerali. Let's see how he does. He's into fourth gear. I think that's okay. I don't take it in fourth gear, but I'm a bit strange. I think he's got the right gears going. Goes purple in the middle sector, but he's in P20, so I'm not sure what that means on this game. I think it's only the 5 drivers around you, and they've not set a lap time, so... Right, he's got a bit of energy left. Extends very nicely to open the corner up. Uses all of his battery till the end. So what is this? It's in P7, so he beats single tracks time. It's a 16.0, but still 1.3 seconds away from the championship leader.
Yeah, it's quite a blinding lap up there at the front, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty special, and that's a banker as well.
Exactly, yeah. It's only going to get quicker from here on. Do you think Freddie will get close to that? Because we've seen Lou sometimes absolutely smash it in qualifying and nobody can get close to him, but what about tonight?
Yeah. Well, I think Freddie's definitely capable of getting into the 14s, but I've got a feeling Cloud's really not done yet, so I reckon there's a couple of attempts in the bank.
KG has improved to P2, so he's into the 1 minute 14s as well, less than 2/10 away from Lou. Actually, let's put the deltas instead of the fastest lap. Yep, there it is. Less than 2/10 of a second. We saw Airways start his lap as well, so he's into Villeneuve right now towards the end of the first sector. He's found nearly 3/10 of a second, so purple in the middle sector, in the first sector. On the exit of Toza, takes a lot of curb. Very, very nice here. He's going to have to manage his energy a bit because he's only down to he's already down to 33%. So he's not going to be able to use as much as he'd like towards the end of this lap. Takes a good amount of curb on the entry of Acqua Minerale, but not as much on the exit. So purple middle sector again, 3/10 up. That would bring him up to P4 currently. Let's see how much time he finds in the final sector. Maybe he messed it up on his first attempt because he's about 5/10 behind Lou. So maybe there's 5/10 to find here. And if he's improving, that could be his 6/10 improvement. So, no. Oh, he's going to the pits. Okay. I'm surprised by that. Okay.
Yeah. No validation or anything either. It was all clean.
Yep. We've got Freddie starting a lap as well, because he's down to 50% at the end of the first corner. Coming up to Villeneuve. I don't think he's taken as much curb on the entry as Lou, but he does find 0.5 of a second. Purple in the first sector. And we've got Lou as well, who has started his lap, so we'll be able to see right now how much time he's found. Just under 1/10 of a second. Let's go on board with Freddie, see how he deals with... Oh, he's invalidated through Acqua Minerale. So he's going to be under pressure towards the end of this qualifying session because he needs to find a time. He needs to get closer to Lou because he's in P4 right now. What about Lou? Into Acqua Minerale in this championship decider, takes a beautiful line through that corner, finds 2/10 of a second, so it's going swimmingly, but he has invalidated on the exit. I think it was on the exit, I'm not sure, I only noticed it on the exit. What about Colin? He can actually be the man who helps Freddie tonight fight for this title. Colin is devilishly quick on one lap, and if he puts everything together, he has a brilliant race. He can win races. I think he got P2 in the last two races, Hungary and what was it last time around, Kota.
Yeah.
So he could be there. He could get another P2. Imagine if Freddie wins. Okay, Colin gets P2, Lou gets P3. That's a 9-point swing, and that would hypothetically give the title to Freddie. So Colin definitely has a word to say in this title fight tonight. Blood Diamond, is he on a lap? He is, I think. He went wide, but he lost a bit of time, so he didn't invalidate, but he's going to the pits. Okay. Andrew has gone wide and has got front wing damage. Freddie, is he on a lap? He is on a lap. He's about 1/10 up. I completely missed that. So he managed to save up some energy towards the end of that lap, which was very late. Oh, no, he's going to the pits. Okay. GTS Drag King. He has started his lap, but I totally miss him. He's in P6. He's a Tier 3 reserve, and he started this season in Tier 4, so he's already found nearly 3/10 of a second. So he's definitely fighting for P5 at the moment, but that could be much better come the end of the lap. Let's see how he takes Piratella.
He got some speed because I was on board with him on his last flyer, and I think he invalidated towards the end, but he was definitely a lot quicker. And
you can see how much of a cushion he gives himself compared to Lou. He gives himself about half a car's width to make sure he doesn't invalidate. Has a bit of a wobble on the exit of Variante Alta.
I think that might have just lost him that position. I think he was on for Airways, but
it could be
Twitch.
Gets a good exit out of Rivata 2. I think it's still going to be a good lap. Yeah,
Oh,
goes into
still there.
P5. So it is a full 10th improvement, but he's got 4 minutes left to go back into the pits and find an improvement. Airways is a 10th of a second up after the first sector. We've got Laupi is not in tier 2, so we will be focusing on the red board of Airways right now in P6. 8/10 of a second away from pole position, but has found a quarter of a second right now, so that would put him back into P5. And we saw a few mistakes from GTS Drag King on the exit of Variante Alta and the entry of Rivazza. How does Airways fare here? He takes a much better line here, more speed. Yeah, good exit as well. I think he's got that little bit more energy than GTS Drag King had. So that puts him back into P5, half a second away from the pole time. 15.2. Yeah. And he's got enough time to go back into the pits as well. So there's definitely a lot that could change in that fight for P5. And don't forget, Friddy has to find a better lap. He's only got a banker right now. Colin then. He has started his final attempt, I think. So much curb was taken there. 0.2 of a second in the first sector. That's mad. Let's have a quick look at Vitalso because I think he's on a lap. He's invalidated. Who is on a lap? Single track improved. Let's go back with Colin. He is going to be absolutely committed in this middle sector. He's got to. But, he doesn't hit the apex. Goes a bit wide, but stays on track, so that's great. He's lost a bit of time. That might have been through... I think he invalidated. Yeah. Took a bit too much curb there, and even unsettled the car.
A lot of speed through there.
Yeah.
And Airways lost his lap.
Alex has invalidated as well. Lou has started his lap. We've got KG as well coming up after. Whoa, that's a strange line he's taken there. I don't think it was on purpose. A lot of curb. That's what I was talking about before the stream when we were offline. Can you see how much curb people are taking right now? So there's a lot of practice. Yeah,
we've got to get a setup on as well.
It's all starting from scratch tonight. Lou has gone wide there.
Got away with that.
Yeah, got away with it, but I think that might have cost him about 2, maybe 0.3 of a second. So let's just see how much that has cost him. He is neutral, according to the game. So it didn't cost him that much.
That doesn't mean he's literally matched perfectly his
sounds like sector. It. What about KG though? He's going to be crossing the line first. He's in P2. We didn't. Oh no, he's diving into the pits. So that is qualifying done for him. What about Lou? He's staying out, so he believes he can improve. He does improve. Yes. It's a 14.6. So he increases that gap to KG and to Colin. Friddy has started his lap. We're focusing a lot on people at the front. I'm sorry about that, but we've got a championship fight on and qualifying. Just as in 2025, it's really important in F1 25. So let's just see how much time Friddy finds. He finds less than a 10th of a second, just about half a tenth. So he's going to need much more than that if he wants to get close to Lou.
I think Alex might be on to bump himself up into the top 10 here.
Okay, let's have a look at him right now. Yeah, coming up to the final corner. Friddy found 0.2 of a second, so he's on track to go P2 right now. Avoids the bollard there, Alex. He goes into P11, does find 0.2 of a second. What about Friddy into the Rivatas? How does he go on the exit? Whoa! He extends as much as he could there. Uses all of his energy to the line. What is it? Oh, it's not that far away from Lou. He's a 10th and a half away from him. GTS Drag King has invalidated. We've got Martin 0.2 up in the first sector. Jackster, I don't know what time he's on. We've got Flatty going up into P7 with a really good improvement there. 3.5 of a second. Let's see what single track does in the middle sector. Going up the hill of Aqua Minerali. finds 2.5 tenths of a second in the first two sectors. He could take a bit more curb there. What about Blood Diamond in P10? He finds 4 tenths of a second up into P8. He beats his teammate for the night. But here comes single track. We've got, I think it was Colin. No, it's not Colin. It's Moritz who improved. Single track gets his position back on his teammate Jackster now. What does the Dutchman do? He finds 2 tenths of a second, goes into P9 ahead of the Aston Martins.
But the car's just jumped up a couple of positions.
Oh yeah, P12 for the other V-carb. Vitalso in P14. Alex has invalidated, and that is going to be it for Qualifying.
Wow.
We're not that surprised, are we?
Well, I'm not sat here with my chin on the floor, so...
Yeah, we've got our championship leader on pole position tonight for the final race. Yeah, going to plan currently for Lou, but it's not over yet because, okay, he's got pole position, but it's a very, very long drive to turn 2, which is the first braking zone.
How many laps is it with the 50% on this track?
It's 32 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So
what you're thinking on it? Is it a one-stop stretch out, or is it a better run on a two-stop?
It's
asking
a tough
for a
one.
friend.
It's a tough one. I think same as on many other tracks. Wait, let me give me a moment. I'm just going to go through the grid. We've got Lou on pole with Friddy and KG behind. Colin, Airways, GTS Drag King from Tier 3, Moritz, Fladsy, Jackster, Single Track, Blood Diamond, Red Car Rambo, Alex Egerich, Vitalso, G-Star Snipes, Andrew Maund, Smith, Arma Red, Bit, and Lau P in P20 because he's a higher tier reserve. You were saying about, strategies. Same as on many other tracks in this game, it's very tempting to go for the one stop because you're thinking, I'm going to get track position, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a one stop very much. But there again, how much more grip are fresh tyres going to have? I don't think it's a medium hard. If it's a two stop, I think you need to use 2 sets of mediums. I think the hards don't degrade a lot, and you won't get the benefit out of 2 sets of hards, I think. Because they'll easily go half the race distance, so you may as well use a lot of pace from a set of mediums. There again, that's with my tyre wear.
Mine's quite severe.
So, it's a tough one. And on the other hand, you've got how's it called? The fact that it's a very long pit lane as well. So that kind of plays into the hands of a one stop. But yeah, with high tyre degradation, we've got the softest allocation of tyres on this track. It's C6, C5, C4. So the softest, the fastest tyres, highest degradation. And that middle sector is absolutely not violent, brutal. Absolutely brutal in terms of tyre wear. You need to have the tyre life to go through and hit the apexes like Lou has been doing so precisely into Aqua Minerale and Puritella. It's, I wish I could hit those apexes as efficiently, because if I do, I tend to invalidate. So, it's a very tough one. We'll find out more, but here's what I think is going to happen in this race. Friddy has to win. I'm just going to check the championship table. I think there's a 5-point gap between the two.
Yeah, it's just 5 between the
5
top
points.
2.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a decent sort of gap to third, I think.
Yeah. There's 51 points to third, and it's 175 points over 9 races for Lou, and 170 for Friddy. And Friddy has pulled off the one stop quite a few times. He did it in Brazil. He did it in Austria. He didn't get the wins there, but he did get P2. And he's found pace gradually over the course of the season. He was usually comfortably P2, but he's got much closer to Lou. And I'm wondering if he's going to be trying to go for that one stop tonight. It's worked well for him this season. He's got the ability to do it. I consider his tyre management to be as good as mine. So I'm going to be following very closely what he does. But I think that, we've got Lou, who's absolutely confident, both in his driving and his actual pace, because that's what he did last time. He pit, and he managed to... but he made an extra pit stop over everybody else and still won the race on track, not just with penalties and whatever. He won it on track. So he'll have the confidence in his ability to go for it. So I'm very sure that it's going to be a two-stop strategy. Freddie, 5 points behind, needs to, beat Lou, and he needs someone else to beat Lou as well. So that, to me, goes through a different strategy. Don't do the same as Lou. Go for something different. And I think it's going to be extending that first stint, whether they start with hards or mediums, we'll see. Let's have a look at the strategies right now. Most people are on medium tyres. We've got Alex Egerich in the Red Bull, currently in P13, is it? P13 on hard tyres, and that's it. Everybody else is on mediums. Still a bit of time to go before we get going, but that's my thinking on the strategy tonight. It's a very, very close call between the two, same as in Brazil and Austria.
We're talking all about this, but at the same time, looking down that pit lane, it's awful grey and cloudy.
That is something I've not thought about. Yeah, you're right. If it does rain, that throws everything out of the window in terms of strategies, and that would explain why we've got so many people on medium tyres. I'll just go through the YouTube comments, because I got a telling off from Chris last week, telling me, "Oh, you ignored me." He's a very, very needy Step ex teammate, so I'm just going to give the attention this week. Otherwise, he's going to be crying in the party later on, and we don't want that, there and in the management chat as well. No. I think my signal is really weak. I was struggling earlier on to get the YouTube account going. So let's just check the tyres. Yep, we've got Alex Egerich and Vitalso and Armar, but he's a high tier reserve on hard tyres. We've got Bobo. Lou, his quali pace is much better than the rest. Makes him almost every time starting pole, and that helps him a lot with the fight for the win. I think he will win it, but you never know. Totally agree with you. He's really had that. I can't remember many times he's been beaten this year in qualifying, and he's not been beaten in the race many times either. That's the thing with Lou. He was complaining, what was it, maybe 3 seasons ago, I never get a podium, I never get a race win. But he had the pace, it was there somewhere, and even in qualifying he didn't usually get pole positions all the time. It was like P4 or something, but the pace was there. And it really clicked at the end of last season. He got his first win in the final race and just went on a roll. So that's the thing with Lou. He had the pace somewhere. He's managed to A, unlock it, B, make it consistent. So he could still improve in the races, but Bo was absolutely right. He's a devil in qualifying, and having so many pole positions in this game, it really does help with the race.
I like the next comment. Is Freddie going to pull a Verstappen?
Well, how do you pull a Verstappen? What is it? Pushing it into the gravel or something?
I've got,
or going around the outside?
I'm not one to speak up on Verstappen, as you well know, but that movie made round
Piastri.
Piastri, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that was special.
This year was just one incredible move.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of vomit at the back of my throat saying it, but it was it was something to behold.
Credit's got to be given where credit's due. Max is an amazing driver, and I think this season and last season are showing just how much of a talented driver he is. But that's enough about real life F1. We've got a title to decide here in Tier 2. KG's taken a very, very aggressive line. It looks like he's going to hit Freddie. I don't know how much Lou has been paying KG for this. But we're going with 4 and now 5 red lights. They're going out, and the season finale is about to begin right now. And it's a really good start for Lou. It gets a good second phase as well, but I think that now Freddie is getting the toe a bit, but yeah. Lou manages to stay ahead, gets a really good line. Freddie goes wide and is going to be under pressure from KG. KG stays on track, but he could go to the inside now, and we've got Colin as well going into the fight. What's going on further back? We've got single track losing out to Red Car Rambo, who's made up 2 positions, possibly on both Aston Martins. We've got Alex Egerich going through Blood Diamond, but he's fighting back. Got good traction on the exit of Tosa there. We've got an overtake from Jackster again. He heard us talk about Max Verstappen, and he thought, yeah, I'm the Dutch guy here. I'm going to go for the... Well, actually, Colin's Dutch as well, but yeah, let's make the Dutch people proud here. KG's all over the back of Colin. He got overtaken by Colin then in a corner. I completely missed that, sorry. Yeah, not many position changes, I think. Yep.
I don't know for sure, but I think the stream might be having a funny 5 minutes. I can't get it to load on my iPad or phone at the moment. I've just got a scrolling wheel.
Okay, that's what I had earlier on. Well, we are going to carry on. It's working on mine, so cool. It's all good. Let's go back to the stream. Sorry, guys. We're just trying to make sure that everything's working smoothly because it didn't earlier on. So thanks anyway, Steve, for helping me out with that. We've got a spin towards the back with an Aston Martin. It's Blood Diamond. And we've got... No, it was just yellow flags. We've got a few guys pitting right now. So most of them are high-tier reserves. And we've got GTS Tracking in the pits as well. He's gone for medium tyres, I think. And Lou has driven away.
Yeah. 2 seconds already is quite impressive over 2 laps from the start of the race.
Yeah. Yep. He's given it absolutely everything in that first lap, and now he's just got to manage that gap, make sure that Freddie doesn't get back into the RS. But Freddie runs really wide on the exit of Variante Alta, picks up a bit of gravel for good measure, and that's Colin through. So losing more time to Lou, and losing a position as well on the way to that. So, a bit of a wobble in the exit there again for KG on the exit of Ravazza 2. So, can Freddie get the position back? Yeah, very, very easily. That's another thing as well. How high and how low do people go on wings? It's very similar to Spa in the sense that middle sector you need the downforce. It's clear and obvious, but
yeah.
That main straight, you need to defend, you need to overtake, so you need low wings as well. It's a very, very tough balance to find. And as well, if you've got low wings, what does that do? That induces a bit more tyre wear, usually, because you're sliding around. So you don't want that either on a high degradation track with very, very soft tyres. The softest tyres, come on. Yeah, the number of viewers is going back up. Shout out to Lou for the win from Matthew Hayes. Yeah, making his allegiances very clear. Yeah, Freddie has a much better exit this time around on Variante Alta. He knows that the number of mistakes he can make is very, very limited tonight. He's got to beat Lou. He's got to get a car between them. So, yep, he doesn't want to run wide out of Variante Alta again. Further down the grid, we've got Jackster, our Dutchman in the V-Carb, trying to get promoted to Red Bull for next season. Doesn't go for the move on Moritz this time round, so I'm wondering if Moritz made his way past Jackster, but Jackster was behind earlier on. So that's why I'm a bit surprised. What else do we have? We've got Bit in P14 ahead of Vitalso. And we've not mentioned it yet, but there is a fight going on for the constructors as well. McLaren have, an 8 or 9 point advantage over Haas. No, it's 6 points, sorry. They've got 6 points over Haas, and currently I think Haas would beat them with Freddie in P3 and Moritz in P6. But we've still got 28 laps after this one to go, so yeah, just a quick update on that. What about the sky?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's changed much.
Too much, is it?
Yeah, it's staying a bit constant right now, just overcast, a bit cloudy. But
if anyone's got any word on what the weather is doing in the chat, feel free to contribute.
I don't mind. It creates a lot of a sense of insecurity for us. Like we don't know what's going to happen, so we're probably going to be agréablement surpris, nicely surprised. It's not very English what I've said, but I've not found a better translation. So just being nicely surprised if spots of rain happen when the strategy window opens. And what we do have, though, is a virtual safety car, I believe, because the whole track is yellow, as Coldplay would say.
I do have stream problems again.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go back on YouTube to see what I've got. Is it playing? Yeah, as I was saying earlier on, the number of viewers was down. We went down to 3 at one point. We're up to 11 right now, so I think it's okay. But yeah, it looks like the PlayStation Network is having a tough time right now. Definitely in France. We've still got a virtual safety car going. Who is going to decide to pit on lap 5? Doesn't look like anybody at the front is pitting. We've got Jackster going through right now, and drive-through penalty for Vitalso. So that's because of the Delta. He's going to the pits right now to serve it, and whoa, he slows right, probably a little bit too much, but yeah, that's going to cost a front wing change for Andrew. I'm hoping for him that he already had front wing damage, because otherwise that's something that really puts you off with the rest of your race. Yep, Freddie now has dropped over a second back from Colin. It's not going to plan. Let's have a look at KG though, because he had a moment on the exit of Piratella, hit a bit of gravel, got his tyres dirty, and Airways is going to be all over the back of him. Airways fighting Colin for P3 in the championship tonight. They can't win the championship, but there is still something to fight for them. We will be having a look at the closing speed, because I think that KG will not be having DRS. I didn't see that Delta go down below half a second. So what does... Oh! What's happened to Freddie? What's happened to Freddie? He's down to P5. He might have... Does he have any damage? He doesn't have damage. I was wondering if he spun on the exit of Rivazza 2. And because, yeah, his speed was so much slower. They caught up with him, both overtook him. And it's gone from bad to worse for Freddie right now. P5, that's 11 points. It's a 14-point swing in favour of Colin, who, well, in favour of Lou, sorry. It's all going really well for him. He's got to keep it clean, keep it steady, don't get penalties. And if everything goes to plan, strategy dependent and all that good stuff, it's looking good for Colin. For Lou. Yeah. It happened to me last week. I couldn't stop saying Colin instead of Lou. I don't know what it is. Jackster's lost a few positions though. He was in P6 earlier on. Flatty's making his way back up, so really good work there from the Mercedes driver. And whoa, a bit of a moment there for the red car Rambo. Does he come under a bit of pressure from single track? Sorry? Saviour?
He's just got past KG. Very close at one point there in the slipstream, and yeah, it might be a little bit of touching going on there, but it was
It must have been a tough one because they both have DRS, so it's got to be a ballsy move into Tamburello.
It certainly was.
So, what fights do we have? We've got KG, who's over the back of Friddy.
Yeah.
And further down, we've got Jackster Jan Moritz, who himself is behind Flaherty. So Flaherty might be overtaken next time. Bit is having a fight with Smith in the Ferrari, so an old-school McLaren-Ferrari fight there. Let's go further to the front because we're coming towards the end of the lap, coming up to the Rivazzas. Does Friddy... he won't be close enough to make an overtake. I think 0.8 of a second is a big gap. I mean, it is a very long straight with DRS especially being powerful here, but I think 0.8 is a bit too far away for him to go for a move, so he might not use all of his energy this time around, but he does get very close. It's 0.4 of a second, 3/10, so he closed that gap by 0.5 of a second. So that's going to be his target.
Flaherty.
Yeah.
In the DRS.
And Jackson nearly got there as well.
Bit of a moment coming out of the last turn there, just a tiny little bit of oversteer.
Oh, Jackson runs wide. I think that's because of the dirty air through Villeneuve. You have to attack that first left-hander with plenty of speed, but then that right-hander you need to slow down just enough to make your way around it, and dirty air certainly doesn't help with that because you have to slow down even more. Lap 9, people are going to start getting some tyre wear, and Ryan's just made the point that I was coming to. With tyre wear and dirty air and all of that good stuff, you're going to get some understeer. Understeer means that you're going to be running wide in certain corners, just like here in Variante Alta, and that gives track warnings. And let's have a quick look at penalties right now. We've got 5 people in the first 10 laps who have got such penalties. We've got Ryan, GTS Drag King, Blood Diamond, Andrew, and G-Star Snipes. We do have yellow flags in the first sector. It's G-Star letting everybody else through, so that's absolutely fine. Colin, 3.3 seconds, so he's not losing time. He's not losing that much time to Colin, but to Lou, but he's not catching up. He is pulling away from Friddy, and Friddy, sorry, by the way, up into P3, so a much healthier place to be for him right now. But he's going to need to find, 5.5 seconds just to get level with Lou, and that's what we were talking about earlier on. Right now, same strategy. Is he going to beat him? I'm not sure. He's got to try something different. So we're coming up to this pit window, and lap 10 sounds like a really good time. Maybe a bit late for a 2-stop, but lap 10 could be the lap we start seeing people serve the first pit stops of the day. Let's just check. We've got Airways actually. He pit last lap. Same for Flaherty, single track, and Bit as well. Bit. I'm surprised by that. Okay. So who do we have? Nobody in the top 3 has pit, and we do have a Mercedes. No, that's going to be G-Star. Sorry. So Jackster going through. Alex Egerich as well, so that party is ticking together. Yep.
Bit is under some pressure here from, I think he's done the move actually. Blood Diamond's got past him just before the last chicane.
Yeah, I think Bit is the kind of driver who just wants to focus on his own race. If he doesn't have the pace to fight someone, he just lets them through and, hey, I'll try and stick with you and get my pace, my confidence going. And he knows that, he's already pit, so it's not the same race. So yeah, just get the tyres up to temperature and he will come back up the order. We do have yellow flags around Rivazza. It's Andrew who spun. He's got front wing damage for the second time of this race, so he's going to be serving another pit stop. We've got Drag King as well in the pits. Lap 11 now. Yep. He's retired in the pits. Okay. Lap 11 for Lou now. Does he stay out? I think that if he stays out, he's going for the one-stop strategy. It looks like it's going to be a one-stop strategy. He's got a 4-second gap on Colin. And I wouldn't be surprised if Colin goes for an undercut very soon, because that gap is 4 seconds. An undercut is very powerful around here. I think it's worth about 2.5, maybe 3 seconds, an undercut on this track. So, that would bring Colin right back into the fight, because he would be within the DRS range. We do have Friddy into the pits, though. I missed that, sorry. He's gone on for a set of hard tyres after lap 11. So that would be a 21 lap stint to go to the end. It's a tough ask. He might reach the 70-75% wear mark, but right now I think he's doing the right thing. He's got a fresh set of tyres. He will be able to catch up to the cars ahead. He's got a gap of 3 seconds to Airways, so he's actually lost out to Airways. Airways was down lower down the order, and he's been undercut by Airways by 3 seconds, actually. So not only did the Airways catch him, he distanced him. So it's going to be interesting to see how the guys in the front react. We've got Lou staying out again. I think that's not too bad for him. He's got that gap over the other drivers. Colin staying out. He's lost about half a second on that last lap to Lou. Actually, can we get the last lap? No, we've got fastest lap, and that's about it.
Penalties are starting to come in thick and fast now.
Sorry? Oh, penalties?
The penalties are starting to come in a bit thick and fast now.
Yep, we'll make an update on that in a few minutes' time once we've gone through the pit stop window. We've got KG putting a set of hards on. Yep, Jackster doing the same. Alex Egerich is through the pits. And I think it's Red Car Rambo pit last lap, sorry. It's that Red Car Rambo pit for medium tyres, so he's going for a medium hard strategy. He's definitely pitting again in this race, not only because it's hard to go 20 laps on a set of mediums, but because he's got to use 2 different set of tyres. So just behind his teammate on the exit, and that's a good job from Jackster there. But whoa, Ryan is really closing up to him, trying to show his teammate that he's the #1 driver.
Bit got the move down Lorpy as well down the straight, so he's just pulled back another position.
Yep, 3 lap old hards will be performing well compared to 11 lap old mediums. But now we've got our race leader and the driver in P2 pitting right now, and it is a set of hard tyres for Lou. So that's 13 laps into the race. It would be a 19 lap stint, so 2 laps fewer than Friddy. Let's see how close Friddy gets. We've got Moritz going ahead, but he hasn't pit. Friddy stayed out then for an extra, 2 laps? And how close does he... He's not too far away. That's brought him back into it. He's within a second of Lou. So, Lou will have the tyre advantage come the end of the race. And actually, right now, he does have the tyre advantage once he gets those tyres up to temperature. But Friddy is back in the fight, and what he wants is to get ahead of Lou and make sure he stays there, because if he can slow him down, he can bring Colin back into play, for example. It's very early to do that, but Colin is 5 seconds behind, so there is a lot of work to do if he wants to bring 1 or 2 drivers back into play here. And if the safety car comes out as well, that would definitely help the man from the Faroe Islands. Where is single track? He's here in P8, within the DRS range of Flatty, and Flatty doesn't have DRS right now. He won't have it. So 8/10s, we saw that a few laps ago with Friddy. It wasn't enough to make an overtake, but he did get very close. So that could set him up for Villeneuve, possibly. We've got Moritz pitting after 14 laps. That's a very, very impressive stint on the medium tyres. Overtake for Lou on Airways. And Airways is pulling out of the way, so that the championship contenders have their own fight, because 2 extra laps of wear compared to Friddy, and 4 compared to Lou as well. I think Lou would have preferred Airways to fight that because he got the DRS overtake pretty easily, and Freddie got through very easily as well. And hey, I had to work for that one a little bit because it's a DRS overtake, so not actually that much work, but still an overtake. Oh,
Cut that last
okay.
chicane a little bit too eager on that one.
Yeah. So Freddie feeling the pressure of feeling the weight of this title fight, and having to chase both in the points and on track his title rival. That's caused a time penalty, and I did say we would be having a look at that later on. Let's have a look at this right now. So we've got most drivers who've got penalties are on 3 seconds. We've got G-Star and GTS Drag King on 6 seconds, but yeah, then Vitelso, Blood Diamond, Armar, Smith, Moritz. Well, anyway, you can see them all on screen, but the main ones are Friddy, Colin, and KG. Those guys are the closest to challenge for a win, and yep, that's going to be a big swing. So even a safety car wouldn't actually save Friddy that much. If he,
that's a bit
if
of
he
a
were,
tough one for Friddy,
yeah,
really. Bit of a tough one.
If you were to fall back like 5 or 6 seconds, yeah, of course he would take the safety car. But right now, unless Lou has a penalty, it's going to be very, very hard for Friddy to beat him, because right now he'd have to A, overtake him, B, pull away by 3 seconds. And what Lou has shown so far is that he's head and shoulders above everybody else in terms of race pace.
He's got slightly fresher tyres than Friddy as well. Not by a long shot, but
that's a very good point. What does play into Friddy's favour, though, is that he's very good on his tyres. Like, very, very good. So, maybe he'd be able to, how would I say that, end up with fresher tyres in terms of tyre wear. Not entire life, but entire wear. He might reach a point where his tyres are better than Lou's. But that's about it. That's what he's going to be hoping for right now, that Lou kills his tyres in this middle sector as he tries to pull away. But do you think Lou is trying to pull away right now? Since Friddy's got a penalty, maybe
just protecting his own tyres at this point in time, really, not over pushing. Because, like you say, he's probably seen that penalty come up. He's aware, so he knows he's got a 3 second window.
We've got 3 Red Bull sponsored cars. It's the Chris Bailey team here. They're all in the same party, so they've probably got a few instructions coming from their team management tonight. So P8 to P10 for them. They're going to be trying to close that gap to single track and Flaherty, because right now they are the ones that are being chased by Moritz, who's on fresher tyres. Yep. And Bit, we were saying earlier on, he's minding his own business. He was down in P17 once he had made his first pit stop. He's in P12, and crucially, he doesn't have a penalty. So
that's
it's all going well.
Good thing about Bit. He's very consistent usually, and he doesn't tend to push the track limits.
Yep.
So he's normally quite clean overall.
So Alex getting overtaken by Jackster, our Mini Max tonight, and we've got a retirement. Blood Diamond in the pits, just as his teammate goes through the pits as well. What does single track choose? He goes for a set of hard tyres. So P14 right now for him, he's going to be going to the end. That's going to be a 15 lap stint, so that will easily go to the end. But now the challenge is going to be to catch and overtake most drivers. He doesn't have a penalty either, so that could mentally play in his favour as well. Like, if you've got a penalty and you've got a faster driver behind you who doesn't have a penalty, do you fight it that hard? I'm not so sure. So he might get easy overtakes as well. As Smith gets a 3 second time penalty. Friddy is sticking with Lou right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's even pushing to get a move done, to be honest. He's using the DRS, but I don't see battery usage too much down that straight.
Yeah.
And I do think they're on slightly different wing setups with the two of these as well.
Maybe. That could explain how Lou is staying ahead. Another thing that could explain it is, I would understand Freddie right now. He's got a tyre disadvantage over Lou, so he's got to create a tyre advantage. He's got to catch up on the tyre wear. And the only way of doing that is being extra smooth on your tyres, so not actually going for an overtake, just making sure that you stay in that DRS range, catch up when you can, and once you've got the confidence in your tyres, maybe in 5 laps time, maybe in 5 laps he'll be able to kind of break even. Maybe just then he'll be able to attack him and try and pull away somehow. But yeah, right now he doesn't have the advantage over Lou, so I'd be doing the same as him. I'd be trying to create an advantage, making sure that I've got enough energy, good tyres, and then go for a move. But he is 4/10 away. He's getting closer. Let's go on board with him. He's going left. Lou stays right, and Freddie takes the lead on lap 20 of the race. But can he pull away? I suspect that he would try and do everything he can to pull away or bring Colin into play. I don't know. But this is a crucial time for Freddie in this race. I think now he's got the race lead.
We've been watching Moritz and Redcar have a bit of a battle, but Moritz has got him in the end, coming out of the last turn onto the straight.
Yeah, Ryan is on
wheel to wheel.
Ryan's on 8-lap-old medium tyres, so he's going to find it increasingly hard to fight Moritz, who's on hard tyres, fresher hard tyres as well. So he's doing well to stay in that area. He's already dropped by over a second behind. So instead of talking of penalties, let's talk about drivers who haven't got penalties. It's going to be much quicker this time around. We've got Lou and Airways in the top 4 who haven't got a penalty, and then we've got to go right down to P11 with Bit, as we were mentioning earlier on. P11, no penalties, and then you've got Single Track as well, who's in, I'd say, a strong position because the cars ahead of him, look, the gap between Smith and Bit is 4.8 seconds, then it's 5.7 seconds, then it's 2 seconds, then it's 2.4. He's got quite a few positions where there is no DRS train. However, what I just said has just become completely irrelevant.
Yeah. I'm just looking at my screen and everyone's slowed right down and a lot of people going into the pits now.
Yeah, how strange.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know what happened. We've got 2 DNFs, but they were in the pits. I'll just...
I saw a yellow flash up and I scrolled through the drivers and nothing was there, so I started looking at the stream and then looked up again and is this a safety car? I've just got caution appeared on my screen. I don't know if it's
it is a safety car, but there is a yellow dot. That's why everybody is slowing down. It is a safety car. We saw it on stream, but I'm just going to check once everybody goes into the pits if I actually saw anybody have a crash or something. What about Smith, Laupi, GTS Drag King? He's coming out. We've got Lou going into the pits. I think that's a very good move. And yeah, Freddie doesn't have a choice. He's got to go in.
Yeah,
anyway, he's going to be caught up. But what tyre allocations have they chosen? They've both gone for the hard tyre allocation. They're going for fresh hard tyres.
It's probably not a bad shout, really.
Yeah, because
probably, like you said, that the wear's high, and they're going to be pushing now, aren't they, for 10 laps essentially? So, got to make them last.
Well, since they've got 2 sets of hards, they only had 1 set of mediums. You can't have 2 sets of hards and 2 sets of mediums, not on this game. You could in 2023. So this is their final set of fresh tyres. The next set of fresh tyres are a lovely set of tyres known as softs. And they don't go very long here.
They're good for an outlap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to say half a lap, but you're absolutely right on that one. It's half a lap. It's an outlap they're good for.
They are shocking.
Yeah, one man who this won't help so much, despite his race position right now in single track, because he went for a big undercut. So he had a really good pace. However, everybody else has got a much cheaper pit stop. So the time he gained with his undercut, he's probably lost it and more through everybody else having a cheaper pit stop. And on top of that, he's got much more worn tyres. He's got 4 laps on his tyres. And if you say it's 4% a lap of wear on the hard tyres, that's 16%. 16% wear he's got right now about. I call it 15%, let's be optimistic. So he's got a big handicap compared to the drivers 8 ahead of him, B behind him, and look at that. That is filthy. You've got 3 drivers on medium tyres. They're going to be going for it in the on the race start. Will they go to the end without hitting too much tyre wear? I'm not so sure, but at the race start they are going to be extra punchy.
But then you're saying about single track as well. If he's obviously the big gap he's lost is now closing on the back of KG, and there's 3 ahead of him on penalties. So he could be in for a decent finish if he can just stay in the DRS at least.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. A good result is on the cards here for Martin, who had dropped down to what, P14 I think it was after that pit stop. So it's always a good illusion, you know, like you're pitting and you end up down the field. But you've got to remember that it is an expensive pit stop here. And people ahead of you are going to be pitting. Sorry?
G-Star's just gone in the pits. Like out with a set of hards on.
Yep. 11 lap old hards. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very, very Ferrari-esque strategy. That, I mean, fair play to him, paying tribute to the team's home race, to that team and its home race. We don't have everybody caught up to the safety car, so we will probably have one more lap. The call to go in should be about now because we're coming into the final sector, but it hasn't come. So that means that the safety car is going to be waiting for everybody else to catch up. So yeah, let's have a quick look at penalties as well. Because most of them are 3 seconds. We've got Ryan on 6 seconds. I missed that. Ryan's on 6 seconds. Same for Smith. And then GTS dragging on 9. It's a shame for him because he had qualified pretty well. And I don't know what happened at the start because we were focusing on that fight at the front. But yeah, he had to pit on the first lap. And I think that's just like a snowball effect. Your race is ruined at the start. So you make mistakes trying to overdrive and... Yeah, on a track like this, even though track limits are much kinder this year than they were on the last game. In the last game, you would get track warnings when you were still on track. Your tyre would still be on the white line, and you would be getting a penalty. And this time around, I think it's going the other way around. Sometimes you're off track, and it's letting you go away with it.
I noticed that actually at Kota last week.
Really?
There's a few corners there coming, I think, probably middle of sector 2, out of the end of sector 1. And there was a few times when I cut a little bit too much, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then nothing came up on the screen. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, those hairpins, they're extra tight, so that means that you're cutting the white line, but you've actually got a tyre on track.
Yeah, you've never got
at all times, so you can cut it like your Edward Scissorhands, and you won't get anything. Single track, everybody has caught up.
Safety cars in.
And we've got an orange car becoming that green car. Blue is our safety car for this final sector, so weaving a little bit to try and get a bit of temperature into those very, very frozen hard tyres. It's going to be an 8-lap sprint on fresh tyres for everybody bar G-Star on 12-lap-old hard tyres and GTS Drag King. But yeah, let's see
Hang in there.
where Lou goes for the restart. It's going to be a late restart here. He's got a bit of a wobble, but he gets still good traction compared to Freddie. Freddie will be getting a strong toe. What about Colin? Does Colin go for a move here? Because he's on a penalty.
I'm not sure he's got the pace to get alongside.
No, not close enough. But we do have Airways and KG fighting very closely, and Single Track has been doing his best to stay ahead of Flatley, but it's dropped way back from KG in the top 5. It's very, very close in that mid-pack there, with Alex Egerich going a bit wide out of Villeneuve. We've got yellow flags around Tosa, and it should be going green right now. No, it's that's just the game being glitchy. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, Single Track, we were saying he's got to stay with the guys ahead. He's lost a position to... No, sorry, he's not lost a position to Airways. That's what it was. It was a back marker. He's actually not doing too bad right now, Single Track. He's closed up a little bit to the car ahead. There's no DRS this lap, so he won't come under pressure just yet from Flaherty, but he's slowly catching up to the cars ahead.
Yeah, I think Airways is going to not sit too long behind KG either, to be honest. DRS is on.
Did Freddie get overtaken in the pits, or did Lou overtake Freddie before the safety car? I can't remember.
It was before the safety car.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember it. I must have missed it. Moritz under pressure from Alex Egerich, who's less than 2/10 away, and whoa, yeah. Is it Vitals? It is Vitals, so I think. Yeah, I don't know if he's retired, but he's definitely ghosted and a lap down. Please don't fight drivers who are a lap ahead of you. It really puts people off having a ghost trying to overtake you. Just drop back and let them fight, please. Single Track has dropped way back though. He was doing really well in that previous lap, but he's dropped back. And Freddie's got a 3-second time penalty, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that could be slam dunk for the championship right now, because not only does Freddie have to beat Lou tonight to get the title, he needs the race win basically, and with 6 seconds, he's going to be overtaken by Colin. He's going to be overtaken by KG, Airways as well, and these guys behind, they're on medium tyres. They're going to be catching up. So right now it's not. It's going to be a struggle to get the podium right now for Freddie, but KG does have a penalty. That would raise the morale. Same for Colin.
And we just need to stop talking about. I'm going to turn my penalty thing off.
Yeah.
Literally, the 2 people we've spoken about have just got another 3 each.
It's nearly as if they thought, oh no, he's got a penalty. Let's get a penalty so that he has a chance for the title.
Oh dear. They're all coming in.
Okay, now it's not so much of a conundrum for the guys at the front because everybody's packed up, but we've got a safety car again. I don't know why, but we've got a safety car. We've got a GTS Drag King who's retired. Do you think anybody is going to be bidding for soft tyres here? Anyone towards the back of the grid?
There's got to be at least 2 people, I reckon. Got to be.
Who would they be?
You've got to go for broke, haven't you? Well, G-Star, I think, will do it just for a giggle.
Well, he's a higher to reserve, so he doesn't really... Yeah, probably for a giggle, yeah.
I reckon Smith will probably go in.
Smith's a good shout, but he doesn't. We do have drivers behind, though. We've got Moritz going for it, okay? Laupi is a higher to reserve, same for Armand and G-Star. Yeah, I was thinking, where's Vitalsa? But no, he's a lap down, so he's a bit further up the order. And yeah, it's probably going to be another 2 laps. Let's do something we didn't do in the previous safety car and in the 5-minute break. What do you think of this track?
I quite like this track. Admittedly, like you say, this version, I don't think I've actually tried in GP. I might have done a few laps on time trial when the first game first came out. But yeah, no, I like it. It's a fun one to drive. I like a track where it goes a bit up and down, a bit like, you know, sort of Portimao or something like that. Bit of undulation in there.
You're trying to be in my good books, are you?
Why is that?
Because I love Portimao and Portuguese, so...
No, it's not one of those tracks. It's got some nice undulation to it. I prefer tracks that are, you know, I love Silverstone, but it's a bit dull, it's a bit just flat. So, yeah, no, this one's enjoyable, and I like it, but I get frustrated because if you slightly get it wrong, even into the first chicane, I can lose or gain anything between 2 and 5 tenths depending on how I get through it. So, yeah, it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, and as you said, it keeps you on your toes. It's a proper old school track, this, especially with the changes they've made recently, putting more gravel traps on the exits of Acqua Minerale, Variante Alta, Pirotella as well. There's gravel trap everywhere on this track, so you go wide, you hit the gravel, you get your tires dirty, you lose traction, you spin. I mean, so much can go wrong on this track. I mean, even there on the exit of the third part of Tamburello, if you go that little bit wide, especially on the race start, that can be a bit of a snowball effect with the drivers behind you. Yeah, it's a fast track. You need, in real life, you need downforce on this track. In the game, in this game, I mean, not so sure about it. But so high speed corners. You're going up and down, as you said, a lot of undulation on this track, and I mean, especially Acqua Minerale, you're going down and you go back up, and you get that kind of a bump in the middle of the exit of. You know, there is character to this track. Really fun to drive, but yeah, not the best for racing, I'd say. Not for Formula One, maybe, but yeah. Brilliant track to drive in a land of motor racing.
Right, safety car in.
Yeah,
I think, like you say, the start-finish straight's pretty much the safest and only real place to overtake it. You can get into the hairpin sometimes, but other than that, you're risking quite a lot trying to get a move done through the chicanes.
So we missed something actually. Smith has gone into the bits. He thought, "Yay, let's give Steve some credit right now. Let's give him a good prediction point." So Smith is on fresh tyres, fresh softs with Moritz, and Lou has already gone with his restart. Freddie goes a little wide here through between Ravazzas 1 and 2, and there is an 0.8 of a second gap between the two. So Colin is going to get a very, very strong toe in comparison to Freddie. Does he get close enough though? He doesn't. Unless he goes for an absolutely disgusting dive here, but he doesn't. Knows much better than that. Airways has dropped by nearly a second from KG, so he's got to stay clear for another 3 laps here, Airways, and he's getting a 3P2.
Yeah.
Great result for him. And single track, he lost time earlier on, but this safety car has brought him right back in this fight, and he could be getting a podium as well. Stay within 6 seconds of those guys ahead of you, and as Jackster has a look on the inside, single track closed that door, and yeah, Jackster's dropped way down the order. Redcar Rambo and Alex Egerich are the next ones trying to put some pressure on single track. Their tyres are still relatively fresh because we've had plenty of laps on under safety car conditions. But now single track's dropped back by 3 seconds. That tyre delta is, yeah, it's very aggressive for him. So Freddie with the fastest lap on lap 30 of the race. Let's go on board with Moritz because he's right behind Flatty. He has a penalty, so he needs.
Him.
He will be able to brake much later. Opts not to. Oh, the amount of curb he can take into that left-hander in Tamburello is mind-boggling, and same here into Villeneuve. Look at that.
It's that second part.
Oh, Alex goes wide there on the exit of Villeneuve. Tries to go for the dive into Tosa, but locks the rears up and loses out big time. What about at the front? Airways is still there. Yeah, Airways right now, he just has to stay back. He's got 1.5 laps left. Yeah, stay tight. Keep the car pointing in the right direction. Not lock up any tyre. And that should be P3 in the championship for Airways. So, starting the final lap now. Lou, unless some absolute drama happens here, he should be winning this race as Friddy goes for the overtake on the outside. And yeah, Lou doesn't fight that one. He knows. This is the final lap. KG has taken a 3-second time penalty as Red Car Rambo goes for the overtake on single track. And he's going to have to run for the hills to try and...
Cloud's not settling. Sorry, Cloud.
No,
He's
yeah.
not settling. Taking it back.
Was that a mistake from Friddy? Or
I don't think so. It didn't look like it. Just looked like there was a bit of room and
he just went into it.
A good exit and went for it.
Do we have any fights elsewhere? Alex is behind Jackster, but nothing will be happening there. The gap is too big. We've got Moritz on the back of single track. Now, something could happen here between these two into Variante Alta. Much better exit here for Moritz. Goes towards the outside, probably uses all of his energy, brakes much later, and cut at that moment because we couldn't see single track anymore at that moment, but it looked like a clean overtake on the outside, and Martin knew that he didn't have the grip, so probably let him through. And C8 Lou crosses the line and takes the win in Imola. We'll be reading a few things just after, a few numbers. Smith into P9, good result for him, but look who jumps up into P7.
Nice.
It's Mr. Bitticus. And he'll be all smug about that because he's beaten Ryan as well. So in that party right now, he'll be very, very happy with it. So yeah, that is the race over, the championship over. And 10 races this season. Lou raced in none of them. So out of those 9 races, what was it? He won, 9? No, he won 7, what was it? I think he's won 7 out of those 9 races he's driven this year.
Only 7? Wow, what a season. What a season.
Friddy won one of those races, so he's been beaten once by his championship rival. It was a close point finish. Friddy did well to hang on to it, and he got the championship lead at one point as well. But at the end of it, it's the man who was untouchable in qualifying, not as untouchable during the races, but still had the measure over most drivers every single week. Had a bit of a scary race around Hungary with the strategy. Didn't work out for him, but he was so good during the whole rest of the season that, he still gets the title. And we'll be seeing him in Tier 1 next season, and I'm not too happy about that.
More competition.
Yeah, exactly. So our race winner is Lou Friddy, the fastest lap. Actually, the time is going down, so I'm going to go through the race results. We've got Lou with a championship win, Airways in P2, P3 for Friddy, Colin, KG, single track bit, Ryan, Flaherty, Moritz, Jackster, Smith, Alex, Laupi, Arma Red, Vitalso, G-Star Snipes, and the DNFs are GTS Drag King, Blood Diamond, and Andrew Mond in P20. Very, very eventful race. A lot of overtaking. We were saying that it's not a real overtaking track, but all of the overtaking was happening into turn 2, Tamburello. And a lot of overtakes, many more penalties. And that really mixed things up towards the end. It was hard to read what was happening, but one thing was clear, is that Lou was out in front, had no penalties, and was just head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah.
So tough luck for Freddie, who himself drove a great season. In most other Tier 2 seasons, Freddie would probably have ended up champion, because you usually have 2 or 3 people in the fight in Tier 2 and everybody's taking points off from each other. But this season he was up against Lou, who was winning every race, so there was no points to take off from him. Just want to mention Freddie once more for a great season, which would have been rewarded with the title in most other Tier 2 seasons. And he'll be fighting towards the front again next season in Tier 2. And I believe that's the title as well for McLaren, because both drivers beat their respective drivers in Haas. So congratulations to McLaren as well on taking a title. That's going to be it for Tier 2, everybody. Thank you very much, Steve, for supporting me tonight and making sure that the stream was running smoothly on YouTube.
No problem, always a pleasure.
And we are going to end the stream here because I and mostly Steve need to have a few laps around this track to learn where to accelerate, where to brake. It's going to be a very, very tense Tier 1 fight. The title is wrapped up by Ben, but we still have one race left in Imola. Plenty of fun coming up in Tier 1. What time is it? It's 24 minutes past. So in 20 minutes time, you will be having another stream. I can't remember who will be streaming it, but it will be top quality as usual. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and see you in 20 minutes for Tier 1. Ciao.
Yes, indeed. Have a good evening.